YouTube, welcome to more trades. Interesting fact that I was trying to record this 3 times, and I started recording when there was volatility and my alerts were going off while I was recording. It was a nice one, but it wasn't recording because I didn't hit the record button. Anyways, let's go to the dollar index. The dollar is close to a naked point of control where we could find a bounce. I would like to start off with the dollar, because if the dollar goes down, we know that the markets move up. The dollar double topped over here. It's moving down. Next strong support on this chart for me on the dollar is 103.201. If the dollar starts coming lower, it will push the market even higher. You can see this is a very, very big candle on the dollar on the dailies, negative 1.5%. So I would expect the dollar, it looks like it made an impulse. You had a 1, you had a 2 maybe, and now another big beginning of a 3 or a 3, 4, and a 5. But it looks like it's not over for the dollar. The dollar needs to hold the 103.201. If it doesn't, then to be coming lower, and that will lead to the Nasdaq. We have to go to the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq will even move higher to these previous highs of 16K. Now, if the Nasdaq moves up, we would expect that Bitcoin and the traditional markets to even move even higher. Nasdaq needs to hold, if it wants to move up, the 15,387. The problem with this, I'll tell you a problem that I'm finding here, is that everything is moving up, but Bitcoin and the crypto market are moving down. Now, looking at this chart, I have this zone over here, which is going to be a naked point of control, and a Fibonacci channel on the daily at around 33,784. Bitcoin recovered this candle and is kind of going to find resistance over here. We need to hold this zone, because if we break below it, it becomes resistance. I mentioned in my previous live and in my Discord, 36K is critical, and you don't want to lose the 50 EMA on the hourly. And as you can see, you lost it even on the 4 hourly. This is the hourly. You've lost the 50 EMA, and the Nasdaq is showing some signs of weakness on smaller time frames. However, Nasdaq, as you can see, this is a big insufficiency. So either Bitcoin is leading Nasdaq on the dump, or Nasdaq will be pushing higher. There is a setup happening. Things are not moving together. So if I was to do anything at the moment, I'll be considering to short the Nasdaq. The problem is, shorting the Nasdaq is really good at the moment. It's not a bad idea. Even on the hourly, you are essentially at the highs. You could put your stop above the previous high over here, and the Dow Jones is also at a high. It's making a new high, maybe since we broken down here in September. So this is a very good sign, but we could be forming a double top. It looks like an inverse head and shoulders on the daily, and we could move even higher. I want to go quickly through this because I did a recording before and it didn't work out 3 times. The next zone for the Dow Jones I've been watching for a while is 35,332. That's a 0.786 from the 27th of July high. And if we get that, that would be a good short. Even now, it's a good short. It's a zone where we sold off from. And if you were looking for a trade, Nasdaq, Dow Jones are looking like a good short. We've seen this move so many times, even on Bitcoin. Come up, do some arch, and come back down. So that would give you another 400 points. It's possible. But if you're trading this, you'll be looking at the 50 EMA at 34.6 on the 15-minute if it's going to hold. Bitcoin, on the other hand, what Bitcoin needs to do now is form a double bottom and go higher. What I would expect Bitcoin to do is maybe come up to the 36K, come down, retrace 0.618, then go up. What would that look like? So if Bitcoin from down here goes up to 36K, that will bring Bitcoin all the way up to around 36K. Then you would be looking at the retracement down to 35,000 range, 35,060, 35,050, and you hope it holds. If it doesn't, you'll be looking at 34.8. If it doesn't hold, then you know it's going even lower. That's if you want a short. You would be looking for that to look if Bitcoin is going to form a double bottom or no. You'll be looking at Bitcoin, what it does at around 36K. Now, Bitcoin has an NPOC on the 4 hourly at around 36.8. That's another zone you should look for. Either it's going to flush up or it's going to get rejected. because we have an NPOC at 39,555. I marked it out over here. We have one at around 36,860, and we have one up here at around 42K. So now Bitcoin has made this big move down. You don't get into a trade at the moment. You could do whatever you want, but I would at least look at the hourly retracement to the 50 EMA at around 36,570 and see a rejection, or even the 15-minute at around 36,250. If we're gonna see, but we're seeing some kind of reaction over here. But we've seen it so many times happen, and it only takes it a bit higher retracement, come back down. But as I said before, 36K was critical for Bitcoin, and I said the 1 hourly 50 EMA is critical, and we broke the 1 hourly 50 EMA, and we start coming down below the if you come below this value area low. Now we bounced off the NPOC here, which is last week's low. If we come below the value area low, 33,777, then we could flush down all the way to 30,500, 30,400. 33,777, remember, value area low coincides with my fib channel for the day would be at around 33,797. So I have confluence there. If I see a move down there, then I'll be looking for a bounce. That's how you trade it. You'd be looking, if you're on a short, you'll be looking for a possible bounce. Then you'll be considering coming out of your trade or take profit. But yeah, Bitcoin isn't doing anything that's not expected. It's a surprise move, yeah, but I was telling you that a retracement is due. If we can't get above, and if we lose 36K, so if you weren't along from the bottom and you saw Bitcoin losing 36K, you'd be considering having your stops down there, right? Or you would be considering closing your long if you took a long from down there, from way below. I'm talking about if you took a long from 34K, or before we got this crazy move at around 30K, that would be 27 October. Even if you were here, 33K on, when was this? Where was, over here. If you were here at 34K a few days ago and you took the long and you saw Bitcoin breaking 36K, there is no reason for you to wait for that. The thing is, you can't wait for these things because these things happen very fast. They don't give you time to react. You could see how the candles were moving. Even on the 1 minute, the candles were moving very fast. You wouldn't be able to take a decision. Every move down, you get some sort of V-shaped recovery, thinking that this could be the move that would take you higher. I'm going to stick to my long. You get a bounce, then it's giving you a chance to come out. You should take it as an opportunity. It came all the way to the daily open, almost touched it, and went down. So if you saw that, you would be considering going short, but closing your longs. Why did I say the other day the 38.5 would have been a good place to short? Because unfortunately, if you missed that, I look at smaller time frames sometimes into my trades. A lot of times when I'm trading, I'm looking at higher time frames for the to look at the market sentiment and how the market is. But the overall market, then I go down to the smaller time frame when I'm thinking that the market's about to give me a move. I'll be looking at that level. Let me tell you what happened there. What happened there, this is the 1 minute time frame. We had a very good signal that I love when this shows on my chart, because this is almost the ultimate signal for me to enter a trade in either direction. So let me go back. Why is it taking too long? Because when markets move and they're moving fast, you really want to be looking at smaller time frames to be able to see what will happen, because the markets don't give you much time to react. Just bear with me a second. I'll just go to the left and show you something. Decision point. How do you take a decision over there? Basically, you see the market moving. You missed the long move. You missed the move up. Now you're trying to see, where can I enter? Where can I enter? The move up is moving. Should I enter now with momentum? Maybe I should. But once you see this, and this wick was a $900 move wick from 37,666 and 38,500. That's around $900. That would be your sign. You get a $900 wick either direction. That should be a sign that, okay, maybe I enter short and put my stop loss a bit higher from my entry, or even if you can afford it, above the wick. If you're late, because this was a 1 minute move, you might have seen it pulsating, then you take a decision, it comes down, comes up, it might stop you out, then you enter on this double top and you go down and you take it all the way down. Now you've broken and you moved very quickly down. You would expect something to happen. On the 1 minute, I said if you come up to 36k, if Bitcoin is able to pump above 35.8 or 36k, then I'll be looking at a retracement down to these levels, 0.618 and 0.7186 on the chart. As you can see, these are the levels I'll be looking for. Now the thing is, we have naked point of control at around 36.8 and 39.555 and at 42. Those are levels of interest if Bitcoin is able to push up. If you miss this short, you wait for a retracement, a rejection at the 50 EMA, or even a rejection of the daily open of this candle, and have your alert set. Now the daily open of this today's daily candle is at around 36,500. If Bitcoin can't get above that, then you expect a lower move. It will coincide with the 50 EMA on the hourly chart, and 36,850 is your next NPOC, and you have 39,555, and on the 4 hourly you have 42k as another NPOC. To the downside, you have the value area low of this range at around 33,777. See, the value area low is at 33,778. It will coincide with my Fibonacci channel on the daily, 33,778 on this chart. The Bitstamp chart, 33,778 will be around here, and that 33,800 on the daily, 33,770. That would be a good sign for me. 730, 770. I'll have a confluence to try and go long. I hope you liked the update. If you did, I'll appreciate supporting the channel with the link in the channel description. Anything is appreciated. It take you to a PayPal site where it says buy me a coffee, and hit the like, subscribe to the channel, join the free Discord where I post my trade setups live as I take them many times, and I also post updates when I don't post videos, and share the videos, and comment down below. It helps with the channel, helps it get out there to as many people. Really appreciate it. More trades. I'm out.